What's up and good evening, YouTube.
Yeah.
Sup, y'all.
All right. And on that note, it is Sunday night once again, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we are back to insult your intelligence because we enjoy doing it. We get off on it. Trust me, we really do. We enjoy it. We laugh about it after the show's over. So without further ado, let's get this shit started. Down at the bottom right, we have the panel. Jesus Christ. We have the panel pony pumper, Peniac. What is up, Peniac?
What is up? What is up? Let's go Sunday night. Fired up. Lots of some fun stuff happened this week, I suppose. As far as what I am playing, I was playing something I'm allowed to talk about for a day or two.
So you're playing the Bloodborne remake, right?
Starfield. All right.
Starfield. All right.
No comment.
Starfield on the PS5. Good job.
Yes. Yeah.
You can admit you're playing with yourself, dude. It's all good. Everybody knows what it's like.
That's just assumed, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, one.
Yeah. Witcher 3 thrown in there, and still tossing the headset on for a rip around Le Mans and GT7 here and there. But yeah, this week's gonna be fun. This September is when it's all kicking off. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
It's been kicking off for the last couple of months, so
It's also true, but
yeah,
this last 4 months
exactly.
is a
The
little out of
last 4
control.
months are pretty strong.
I would hate to be someone who buys everything new every time. Like, damn.
It's not so bad. I just got to find the time to play it all.
There's that.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
I'm done for now.
All right, and now the official drummer for Gaming Beyond the Box. What's up, Scrub?
Oh yeah, I had to take a sip of coffee to get hype after Peniac's intro. I mean, guys,
I'm telling you, dude, all
really
that energy,
excited
man.
for the next 4 months.
Elon
What's
Musk is
up?
already trying to figure out how to harness that shit and put it in a car.
I'm on Atlantic good, all right? Jesus. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but yeah, good to be here. Good to see everybody in the chat. Got Big Cloud Gaming with us. That's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a good show. Let me see. What have I been playing other than Call of Duty? Because that's what you really should ask me. I jumped back into Halo last night. I can see what some of the fuss is, some of the changes and different things they've done to it. It's pretty awesome. I'm rusty, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. I had some fun playing with a bunch of randos with no mics, but we did good. We did well. I got to gold tier 2 real quick, so I'm shaking the rust off. I'm getting better, but yep, getting ready for these next couple of games. Had a great time with Web Dave yesterday and our exclusive, not exclusive show.
That was
For all
fun.
of y'all that was there yesterday and then checked in with us today, we appreciate it. But yeah, that's it for me. Let's go.
All right, and now the king of the taters. What's up, Crispy?
I got to tell you, motherfucker. Yeah, no, just been playing a little Fallout 4, trying to run through that story because I know Starfield's gonna take over that situation. You know, I always go back to the Bethesda games if I haven't finished them and kind of, say, am I gonna actually go through the entire story or not? And I feel like Starfield is going to do that for me for about 3 years. So yeah, I'm trying to run through Fallout 4 and also working a lot lately. Obviously, I wasn't here last week. Apologies, but I had to go count shit, which is always fun. 1
Well, somebody's
o'clock
got
in
to
the
play with the
morning.
meat, right?
Yeah, you got to play with the meat. The sausages were there and they were well counted, sir.
Well counted sausage.
I would also like to welcome our new fellow X-Mod. He's new to the game, but Big Cloud, yeah. Good to see you, buddy. At least according to your fellow hooved ones. I was a little interested in that, but I continue to see it. So.
Oh my. Oh my.
But yeah, let's get into it.
That was an interesting take on it. Who's
What the-
won?
My man said hooved ones.
Like, I heard words, but it's just like,
Okay, that's
All
a
right.
first.
Oh, Jesus. That made that interesting. All right. And then we have Kratos' third cousin, 3 times removed by marriage. What's up, Bomber?
You didn't even let Big Cloud say what's up.
I know. I'm getting to the guest after you, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
We're doing this in an
yes,
order.
last.
I've been busy, family,
Good.
work, all that good stuff. So it's been an interesting week, to be honest. But then got some not so great news today, but I'm not gonna share it on here. But no, been doing pretty good. Finally got my dagger I've been looking for on Diablo tonight, so that's a blessing right now. So I'm very happy there. So, but yeah, other than that, that's really all I've been playing, other than Rocket League here and there. But haven't really played much games at all this week. But
I retired
plan
from
on
that.
changing that this weekend. So
Fair enough.
Wilmy, you expect Wilmy to be ordered? This is Wilmy Hood. Have you seen his Twitter?
Yeah, exactly. Even after I made a new account and came back.
There you go.
Thanks, Elon. And now, for our esteemed guests, Mr. Big Cloud, sir, thank you for joining us and tell everybody what you've been playing.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I've been playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Surprising sleeper hit. Blew my mind.
Yeah, I do
Blew
agree.
my mind. It's really, really good. If you like the first film, you'll actually like it. It's pretty good. I got so many games in my backlog. It's crazy. Like I still haven't beaten Cyberpunk. I know, shame, but
actually, you know what? It's okay because
That's a big game.
at the end of the
Waited.
next
like-
month, it's gonna be even better.
I know. So it's like there's a lot of stuff, but I haven't even touched Armor Core, but Fort Solace is what we're
I
about
just
to be
downloaded that
playing.
one last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually had that. I had that. So here's a fun fact, because a lot of people don't know I do journalism on the side, so I'm covering stuff behind the scenes. But I had that game mad early, and I haven't played that since. I haven't even touched it. That's how busy I've been. But I'm playing that. I'm gonna play that after the show. So that's what I've been playing and about to play. So
Hell yeah.
there you guys go.
Nice.
Right. And me, I've weaned myself off Diablo 4. I'm proud of myself.
Probably.
Congrats.
I've not played in 6 days.
Oh,
And yes,
yay.
Peniac, you can look it up on my profile. I have not played. So
I might as
yeah.
well get my 5 reward points.
I pulled the needle out. I'm no longer addicted. I'm no longer running around thinking I'm a necromancer in the real world. So
Oh, that would be.
I quit putting skeletons behind me and dragging them around the streets. So I got that going for me now.
I love the Necro. Necro's awesome.
And honestly, I really haven't played anything this week besides adulting.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
lots of work.
It's like the most
Yeah.
boring game ever.
And the graphics are terrible. The graphics are terrible. The audio is bad because it repeats.
And the AI
Over and over.
real dumb shit.
Oh, the AI.
Oh yeah,
is
dude, the
terrible.
AI is terrible. It's government affiliated. It's really bad. And but it's just been a really, really long week.
Long and
I
strong.
feel it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's been a really, really massively long week. Sorry, that's my grandson ran in the room. In case y'all didn't hear.
Nah, didn't hear it.
I did not hear.
Yeah, this game.
But yeah, it's been interesting. So, what will be our first topic? Anybody got a clue?
Depends. You want to go right into the fire, or do you want to
Go ahead, Bit. Let's go for it.
You want to go for the fire? I mean,
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it and get it over with.
I mean, Crispy already heard my wrath on Boom Show about this one. So, PlayStation Portal. The handheld.
Oh, that's
that
where we're
no
going
one-
first.
Yeah,
Jeez,
yeah.
that wouldn't have been my pick, but hey, here we are. Let's do it.
We'll take
Wasn't on my
handheld
bingo
that no one
card,
asked
but let's
for.
do it.
The handheld that no one asked for, $200, and you can't even play your games natively. It has to be over the internet. You need an internet connection. You have to stream them.
Yep.
So someone at Sony headquarters thought that was going to work and thought that was a brilliant idea. In 2023, going into 2024, and mind you, they also took out a key feature that virtually every one of their products that has been a portable has had, such as Bluetooth. So there's no Bluetooth support on this. So you're forced to pay $200 for those additional earbuds. Everybody's going crazy for.
Or you
Or-
can plug in a pair of wired headphones.
Yep.
But
or
aren't
150.
those earbuds
the,
Bluetooth? Because ain't that what Sony uses anyways? Bluetooth?
That's
Yeah,
what they've
No,
always
it's a
used, yeah.
proprietary
Mm.
thing.
There's a proprietary.
When
$200.
did they use
Jeez.
proprietary?
We're trying to
Even
be
the controllers
Apple.
ain't even proprietary.
Basically, they pull the Apple. They're like, okay, you take full advantage of this. You want to use the full the features and key, all that stuff. You need our stuff. You can't get it from anywhere else. That's basically the way of doing it. So they're basically saying
Exactly.
like,
Mhm.
yeah. So that's why they had a whole new lineup of headsets, even their new Pulse headset, which is 150. That can work with this thing. But again, it goes back to what we said, even with the little millimeter jack. So you can use a headset, probably one you have right now. I probably can use these with it, but I won't get the best out of it unless I buy the Pulse or the earbuds. So for $200, that's what you're getting. You can't download your games on this whatsoever. Headsets that are using PlayStation Link are compatible, but headsets that don't use this are iffy. So keep that in mind. What else did they said? You cannot play media. There's no media playback on this, so you can't listen.
Oh,
to
so there's not. Okay.
No, it's no media playback at all. Basically, it's just one dead little piece of hardware that's only used for one thing: streaming your game from your PS5. Do it.
Yeah, they took the Remote Play app and put it on a handheld. That's what it is. That's
And
all it
remote
is.
play. Remote play's
And-
been around since PS3.
Yeah,
it's
and
been
we've
proven.
what in air quotes or whatever. We've known this for months that this is what this device is, and the first time it leaked, it's like it can't possibly be that. And then Jimbo came out on whatever show it was, and here's what it is, and people were like, it can't possibly be that. And then it got revealed this week, and people, it can't possibly be that. And
I've seen people.
There's still
I've seen
information
people
going around. Like
saying-
people like, you have to be at home to play it. It's like, no,
Dude, if
fucking
y'all
no.
want
No,
some
you
laughs,
don't.
if y'all want some iconic laughs, just go to my comment section in regards to the whole handheld. I call it a portable cash grab. I literally eviscerated this thing. You got people saying, "Oh, it's gonna do well. I can use this in the bathroom," as opposed to just pausing the damn game and then going to the bathroom.
But it doesn't even
Unrealistic
play it.
scenarios.
It plays it at what, 720p or some bullshit?
It's 1080p. So you're playing at
1080 max, but it all
1080.
depends
so-
on the strength of the connection from
But
Yep.
the
portal.
highest it can do is
your
1080p.
Highest
PS5,
1080p.
wherever it may be in the world
Oh.
where you're
Well,
connected.
here's my
It's
question:
an OLED screen too.
How long does it take you to shit if you can't pause your game
No shit.
and go to the bathroom really quick
Yeah, I don't see
and
that.
come back out without having to play the game?
You
know what
might
I'm saying?
want to go to a doctor. Then,
Exactly.
Yeah,
I just-
your legs are numb.
Like,
And,
your
on-
legs
and
are
on
numb.
top
I
of
can
that too.
It's like I can see where some people will use this. Very few, in my personal
Yep.
opinion, would actually
Like
use
if you're
I
a
know people are gonna
family
buy
and
it
you have
because-
kids and a wife and you have one TV,
Yep.
Yeah, but
I would buy it. But
But it-
I have two TVs and I have two PS5s and one of
You
them is
can
my
almost get a
fucking TV.
for that
So
price.
that's
It-
where
it's
I play
sad.
my games.
It's
I've
sad
no-
because when you read the fine print, they couldn't even give you a specific number on how long the battery life is on this thing. And this is
it's
an
like
OLED
2.5
screen.
hours, ain't it?
Yeah, it's probably
No,
around
it's an
there.
LCD. It's not even an OLED.
Oh, it's LCD. Well, they
Yeah.
couldn't even give you. They said
I
they
know,
were
couldn't even give you
targeting.
an OLED, right?
It's,
Damn
it's
it.
because they
Yeah.
saw
Which
what
has a fucking
Nintendo did. They're like, it's fine. We'll just do LCD.
And and it's funny you said that because I expect stuff like this from Nintendo. This is literally them just pulling a full on Nintendo because they're aiming for
Exactly.
this battery life. Okay, the battery life on this has been questionable for a lot of people. It's not the best. Even the DualSense Edge has battery life similar to this. They didn't improve it. So the fact that you're aiming for that and you can't even clarify if you got it yes or no is really telling about the device. And as far as like where it's going to go, here's the other issue. So you guys already know, if you've been paying attention, there's a lot of stick drift issues with PlayStation DualSense controllers. It's another thing people are looking over. Now, there's a new controller called a DualSense Edge. You can swap these out for $20 a piece. Not bad. You
Right.
can fix a problem. Okay, that's a problem fix. For this controller, this new handheld, you can't do that. You're screwed. So once these
It's got
start
the
to drift,
PS VR
Oh, I thought
controllers.
it had the ability
No.
to do that.
Oh, there you
no.
go.
that's
Dude,
bad.
it's the basic. It's this right here. It's all this. It's the
Oh,
basic
that's bad.
controller. You can't swap those out. So unless you take the thing apart.
Well, you take that apart, yeah.
Yeah, unless you take it apart. But then again, what does that do? Void
Void
your
warranty and all that
warranty.
good stuff.
So there's no good or bad. There's no good way out of it. And like again, you would think logically, you have this problem. You've been cheaping out on these stupid analog sticks. My DualShock 4 hasn't had analog stick problems like the DualSense. That's the crazy thing.
Well, see, I haven't had any
I haven't
issue
had
out of
drift
the
at all
DualSense.
on
Like
any of mine,
my
so,
Xbox
I mean-
controllers, on the other hand, I don't want to go there. Jesus,
so-
Microsoft freaking puts down. I don't know.
I don't know
where
what
the
you're
hell-
doing with your controllers, Bomber. I swear I don't.
Get
I've never
that
had any
shit
problems out of my
It's just
PlayStation or
it's
Xbox
literally
controllers.
just stick drift. Like I don't see where people have issues like with the bumpers and stuff. Never had that issue.
Yeah,
It's just
it's always stick drift, and that's common when you do heavy gaming sessions or you just play
Yeah.
with it. You play it constantly, like it's just
I
that
have a
happens.
bumper on one
Oh,
of
you
my
have a bumper?
elites went out.
So
One
you
of the-
throw
my
yours.
left
You
bumper.
throw your
game
controls.
Oh, I never throw mine. It's my babies. This is my babies.
So that damn controller, you play a rate, you be pulling the El Presador. That thing
I just-
shattered.
Yeah.
I just think I don't know. It's like I wish all these companies would
Hey,
learn how to actually put stronger mechanics in it because it's all plastic pieces. So all these plastic pieces are just breaking. So it's going to stop working. So you need to open it up. I mean, thank God I can actually, I've worked on all of mine and actually fixed all of them except for the ones that were under warranty. So I sent it back to Microsoft. But it's like I don't know. That's the reason why I've kind of stopped using my Elite, especially depending on what game I'm playing, and just start using a regular controller.
It's because
That
you got
way.
those fingers.
I mean, can you swap your analog sticks off for the elites?
Yeah,
You can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh,
because the
okay.
Elite, 'cause the
Yeah,
Elite-
the-
no, I mean the joystick itself, but not the innards. The innards you still have to pop it open.
I say, yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about, like the whole thing. Like,
Yeah,
take
no,
whole
yeah,
module.
it's not like the
You-
PlayStation.
So you can't take the whole module. Okay.
No. It's not like what PlayStation did.
They're
Which
making
Well, hey,
all
at
the
least-
stuff
so-
now.
Here's a fun
So-
fact.
I'll be 100%.
At least you didn't do what I did. I ordered a custom controller from some certain person on Twitter
Uh-oh.
who's known for custom controllers. I paid $500 for the motherfucker, and it was a paperweight when it got to me.
Oh wow. So,
So,
here's a
yeah.
fun fact. Here's a fun fact. Wilmy. So these guys made that for me. That's a custom DualSense, right?
Right.
It's got paddles in the back as well. What if I told you that as of late, this one is now starting to do the drift?
Damn.
It's like
What does that tell you? What does that tell you, people?
It's a common problem across all of them. That's what
Yeah.
he's telling us.
That's
right
why
now.
they
I've
need
never
to
had
spend the
drift
money
on
Sucks.
any
and get
controller.
the Hall effect sensors and be done with it.
I've
We
worn
won't
out
have these
though.
problems. I mean, now
Yes,
they got
yes.
you can order the Hall
Hell,
effect
they're
sensors. You
free
can
and
swap them
but-
out yourself.
Damn, no
Yeah.
drift.
I'm like, I'm not,
Why do you think
I
the
don't know, maybe it's just
Dreamcast?
crazy gaming
Yeah, but
sessions? But go ahead.
Why do you think the Dreamcast itself, the controller, doesn't have stick drift? It has a Hall effect sensor. That's why that damn controller is still good.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it's a single Hall effect
You
sensor.
you put the
But-
money into it. It lasts.
You put the money into it, and it'll last, and people will be
They
happy.
want it to break. We all know this.
We all know that, but you know
Think
we're
about
all
it.
complaining.
It's
That's bad
all
press.
it's all a recycle power money recycle
Yeah.
cash flow type of thing. Because think about it, these things are this basic bitch right here is $70. This is $70. What is a DualSense Edge? Damn near 200.
Yeah, I think I
Mhm.
paid $175 for mine.
Yeah, so about 200 for a DualSense Edge, $70 for this. Once these analog sticks go, they know, hey, he's especially when you're casual, they're like, oh, they're not gonna go take that apart. They're gonna buy another one. So you know what? That's why we have different colors. That's why we got this playmaker thing to show you with LeBron James custom controllers now. Like that's what they're doing. They want you to do that.
Well,
And
that
then
one looks actually
conveniently-
good though. That one
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
That and the Spider-Man look really very
Mhm.
nice. But again, it's funny about that too. Look at Spider-Man. Like you're getting a custom shells and a custom design for Spider-Man. I would say a couple months before, because you're about to get this new slim model. So they're making sure they get rid of these older models the current looking models before you get that new one with the little detachable disk drive. They trying to get as much of those out as possible before they sell this new one. And then you're gonna have the Pro, which is gonna be next year. So Sony know what they're doing in terms of like getting whatever they can out of you. That's not really the shocker. It's just like the ways they're doing it is really what's kind of pissing me off for the most part. I'm blown
Not
away
just
by
you.
this.
Not just you.
I'm just shocked.
The last thing I
Yep.
want to say about the Portal is that when it came out, it's like, here's the DualSense chopped in half. Here's your 8-inch screen, and it's a remote play only. I was like, okay, they're gonna charge $300 for this, and then it came out and it was $200, and I was like,
Something's up, right?
only
Something's up.
$200?
Yeah.
All right, sure, that's better than $300. But yeah, no, I thought it was gonna be $300. I'm still not getting it because I see zero use for me to have it. So they can go fucking jump off a fucking bridge if it wants. But I don't know. Yeah. It has its uses. Like if I traveled a lot, I'd probably have one, but then I'd probably have a Steam Deck anyway.
The drawback by that for that too. So you said you would use the travel, right? Okay. Well, what if I told you
No, if I did
PS5?
travel.
Well, your PS5 would have to be on the same network.
No, it would.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, they said that. Your PS5
no, it's a remote play device. I've remote played from Florida.
Well, you have to use
Wi-Fi. Yes.
But I thought your PS5 had to be connected to it because it has to be on.
No.
Your PS5.
No.
Oh,
it has to be set in rest mode that you allow it to turn on if you have a remote play device registered.
No. Well,
so you don't need to be on the same Wi-Fi network. I could be in Australia and use my PS5 in Canada. Well, I've done it before. I used to do it all the time. And this is tech has been around forever, for a decade, and people are still confused about it.
No, I don't know. We were doing it on the Xbox one day, so
yeah, as long as you have your console.
But the way that was worded,
allowed to be turned on by a registered remote device, then you can play it from anywhere in the world where you have a good enough Wi-Fi connection.
Right, but the way that was worded, it's up in the air still. It hasn't. The way you read it,
it's not.
Determines
though,
on
guys.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I get it. I know what you're saying.
That's how it works.
But does that device support that?
It's a remote play only device. So yes, it supports remote play.
Again, depends on how you read it.
Sure.
I will say this. The only thing that's been fishy too, like I don't know if you guys seen all the videos, like people who were doing the tech breakdown of it, they had it and they were showing it off. Everybody's been sitting mad close to the console. Have y'all noticed that? They're all like super, super close to like the TV and the console, like the unit's literally like a foot away. So I'm wondering how that latency really is playing for that thing.
Is not an ideal situation.
So I'm wondering
on my home network where I have gigabit internet, it is not an ideal situation. So for people who thinking this is going to be some solution when they're halfway across the world, I mean,
we're halfway across the living room apparently.
Yeah, it's
it's something to have, but it's not ideal.
But if you want to buy one, go for it.
Like it'd be cool if this was like an added option on it, right? Like this is another way of doing it if you didn't want to, I don't know, to switch it. Yeah, it'd be cool if you could do something like that. But again, it's stupid. I don't understand what they were thinking behind it. The fact that you just can't download the games on there, and the fact that honestly, you would think this would be the Vita too, like an opportunity to correct the wrong with the Vita, and you would give it all the bells and whistles of the Vita, but amplify it, and then you have all the it'll be back and pat with like PSP and Vita games. Have them all in your
remote
library
into your console and say download this game, and then you'll be able to play it once it downloads. But it's still remote play. I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. It should have had a disc on it with storage, even 500 gigs, like something that you could download anything to, and then you could do shit without remote play, but they didn't, and it's only 200, so I mean, whatever.
When does this thing come? When does it release?
Buy something else.
In the next 2 months, I think. There's no actual release date, but it's this year.
They just said it's this year, so it's probably going to be around holiday this year, like November.
I see the little pods I'm interested in. But
that's the best thing.
So I'm looking at an article here that was on the 23rd. On the PlayStation Portable, you'll be able to play your installed PS5 games within your home over the same Wi-Fi network. It must be connected over the same network in order to work. You can't, for example, take your Project Q, I don't know whether they're still calling it Q, on your commute to play some God of War Ragnarok on the go. Obviously, you're not going to be able to play it on,
on the go, on a cell.
Literally on the go.
Because that's not how it works.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be like that. And it's saying on the same network. That's just one article. This is what I'm saying. There's no real definition because there's some articles saying that you can play it anywhere. And then some
Right.
other ones saying you have to be on the same network. This is what I'm talking
There is
about.
some
There's
confusion.
no clear
There is.
definition. So yes, you're right because of what you've seen. Same thing with BitCloud. He's also right because of what he's seen. I'm looking at both of it. We need a clear definition. This was the 24th. So it's only been 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things. I think they're just trying to make it to where they're saying that they want you in your house using it because you're probably going to have the best connection possible. But at the same time, I mean, if it's not powerful enough to even stream games to it, that's what it said, didn't it? Didn't they say that you can't technically stream?
Not a feature.
You have to go through remote play. You cannot just flat out stream games like, most of the devices that we have. That even my phone, I can stream a game to it. So that I think that's where like the convoluted stuff is starting to happen. Like I think they're trying to like say, hey, play at home. Like, yeah, you could go over Wi-Fi, but I don't know how good that's going to go. Like type thing. You know what I mean?
So few people
And
here's
here's
remote
another
play
one.
anyway. This is why there's so much confusion about it.
Right, but here's another one. Same day, right? Same day. You need to own a PS5. Any games you want to play on it must be installed on your console. Once you've met those requirements, you can stream games from your PS5 to the handheld console using remote play over Wi-Fi.
That's incorrect termination.
Again, same day. It's only been 3 days.
Terminology. Sorry, that's the wrong way to say it.
But that's what I'm getting at.
Play a game that's on your PS5 to this device.
It says remote play over Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it has to be on your PS5 library to stream it to the device.
Your point is correct on this website. BitCloud's point and my point is correct on the other website. This is what I'm getting at. Both on the same day, both completely almost the same information, but they're convoluted to the point that we don't know 100%. Because you were playing remote play over Wi-Fi. This one here does not say that you have to be on your own network. The other one doesn't even say remote play, but you have to be on your own Wi-Fi network. So,
yeah, it's pretty much a Wii U tablet distracted.
That's what I'm thinking it is.
It's pretty much the same thing. But the sad part is, there's no. I may cut you off, but
no, you good.
November.
To me, it sounds like, oh, I'm watching the football game on my big screen TV, but I don't want to miss if they're going to get that last second field goal for halftime. So then I have YouTube TV on my TV and then have it on my phone as well. But even then, you can stream those separate from each other without having the same Wi-Fi. It can be on your phone. It's like, why would you want to play on the handheld in the same place of your house? For me, in the same place where I have a console, why would I be playing in that same house on a handheld? Because you can't play, somebody else cannot play on that console while I'm using that handheld. So I have an open console ready to play on, but I choose to play on this little portable that doesn't have the same fidelity on it, doesn't have the same experience, the surround sound, headphones, all that stuff. It's just, I don't see who this is for. I just don't see who it's for.
It's for a very, very small niche audience. That's what it's for. Very, very, very small.
It's for the same people that demanded to have split screen on Baldur's Gate on the Series S.
But why mass market something that is that niche?
Because Sony's at this point where, and this is where I say competition is good, and Crispy and Dread can vouch for me. I've said this multiple times, but Sony's at this point where they haven't felt pressure. So right now they're just taking the piss out of the community. They're like, hey, listen, we'll just drop whatever. And the sad part about it is Sony's been dropping so much like silly shit in the past. Like they've done this before where they drop silly stuff where the community just buy it and no one questions it. This is one of those opportunities where like, hey, let's just go ahead and drop this. And everybody's gonna go crazy, especially where Spider-Man 2 is around the corner. That comes out in in October. So that's what they're gonna do. It's sad, but
they've got that self-hype of Nintendo where I can release cardboard and people will buy it, and they have.
Yep.
Same thing with this. To me, honestly,
Labo,
if you were looking at buying this
biggest
thing,
piece of shit product that a video game
same
company has
thing with-
never
But it's sold
released.
though.
Same
There's a
thing
fun-
with this thing,
That's
man.
not that's not what I'm talking about. It was
No,
fucking
but that's the-
cardboard
I'm
in a
talking about.
box that people
Right.
bought.
But what I'm talking about is they believe their own hype that they can sell ice to people up north. They're not.
Pretty
the
much.
I
first-
saw Frozen.
Yeah,
Okay,
but anyway.
I saw Frozen.
What you trying to say?
Well, you can't say that word anymore. Apparently, it's offensive. So
Frozen?
it's the other one.
I
The
know
E
he was
word.
about to say.
Ice?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I gotcha. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
North
The-
Native
the
American.
first people. Yeah. I don't even know what the proper term is, but anyway,
I didn't know that was canceled. Jeez.
apparently
the
it
heck?
was. Yeah, it was
I didn't
told
know you
by
couldn't
the-
say
long time ago.
Eskimo. Sorry.
Yeah, see, there you
My
go.
man.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
it's
if
been
they're-
there for a while. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
see-
literally call themselves that, by the way. I'm just saying.
My brother's up north, and he says that they don't like that. They're called first people.
Okay. Anyway, going forward, dude, because you're putting my balls to sleep.
So anyway, this remote play thing.
Stop sitting on
If
them.
you're going to get this damn thing, just get it. Never open it. Hold on to it for 20 years, and then put it back out on eBay and sell it for a good 20 grand.
$5.
Be done with it.
And don't say
There's
it
no,
needs a
nobody
PS4
will have it
to
unopened.
actually be
Nobody will
used.
have it. It'll be so rare anyway that it'll be in the Smithsonian.
Dude, there's idiots actually banking on this doing really, really well just so they can like laugh. I'm like, bro, like I don't know how you idiots can get behind stupid shit like this. I really, really can't.
Yeah.
I really can't.
I think the price point is fine, to be honest. Because you buy that backbone, that's $100.
Price
straight up, and
point's
that's
not what we're talking about though. The price
Oh, I
point
know,
is
but
fine.
I
We're
switched-
talking
I
about
switched
the
to-
use.
I
the
switched
point.
gears. I switched gears.
I don't even think the
the
price
used
point is fine when you have to buy extra peripherals
Accessories?
if you
Yeah.
don't have what you need for it. The price point is that low because it incentivizes you to get the headphones to go with them. The brand new.
Now, wait a
shiny
minute. Does
headphones.
this thing not have like some type of built-in speaker with it?
No, Maybe.
It does have external speakers. I think it does.
Yeah, and you can plug in the wired headset via 3.5.
it's got that
There's-
microphone. You can blow it.
But to play with wireless headphones, you need the little link thingy,
Mhm.
and you need these new fancy headphones.
And also, like I said earlier, Wilmy, your headset, the ones that for the link, they have to be compatible. So they have to fall within their list, which is probably a small list of headsets that are supported by that. So there's no guarantee that your
And
headphones
the
will work.
shocking turn events, they're all
These are
Audis
Sony
headsets.
XM500. I mean, 1005s. Maybe these
Oh.
work. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I
they're-
was shocked when
they're
they said
going-
it didn't have Bluetooth.
Yeah, these are
Yeah,
Sony
well,
headsets.
I wasn't-
so I
to be honest,
Bluetooth, no,
I
Bluetooth.
wasn't-
You got to pay for. You got to pay for that license to use that.
Yeah, I wasn't
So-
surprised. As soon as I saw the little wireless one, I was like, something told me, like deep down, there's something. There's the way they're just sitting back on the prices for this headset and this handheld. Because remember, they announced it at that god awful showcase. Why not just announce the pricing there? So
Mhm.
they clearly were sitting and they were thinking, I'm like, something's fishy here. It doesn't serve a purpose. But yeah, so when they said proprietary, I was like, oh, there we go. They literally just they literally said, fuck you. I didn't.
And then
say
they
for this.
conveniently announced the acquisition of Audis the next day. So
Yeah, and as far as the sound quality for them wireless earbuds, they look cool, like the aesthetic and everything. I like that, but I don't think they're gonna be the Sony XM5. I don't think they're gonna be on that level of quality.
Can't you? I don't even think you can use them on anything else. Can you?
Yeah, these XM5s are awesome. It'd be nice that they were, but for the price point, I don't think so. 'Cause
Yeah,
the XM5s are what, like $400.
they're down to like 250. You can get them for like 250 now, but they were like 400 at launch, and they were top
Right.
of the line. I don't see Sony putting that type of level of quality in these earbuds at all. Not for no $200. They're probably a cross between the X3s and 2s. That's probably the
Okay,
quality of what
yeah.
you're gonna
Mhm.
get. I can see it like a middle ground, some middle ground in between there.
Yeah, they're going the Apple route.
Oh yeah,
That's
what
not a
I
good
feel
thing.
like it
But
is.
if they
No, it's
start
not.
selling $1,000 wheels for my fucking PS5, then I'll call them the Apple route.
Well, I mean, let's be frank here. If you really want to go all in, get the PSVR 2, this thing, and the PlayStation, you're talking $1,500. I'll just go buy a PC, bro. I'm good. I'm just saying, like if you really have bought, you're planning on buying this as well, you're talking you've spent $1,500 just on hardware alone. We're not even talking about the software.
And we
So
haven't even
I
talked
just-
about the Pro. The Pro's next year. And a Slim.
See, this is where we
Pro
can go
Pro.
and say I had a 1X. There was a couple games that took advantage of it. Other than that, I shouldn't have bought it. I'm going to be honest with you. It really, like I bought it because I'm a gearhead. Like Gears is that was the one game that ran like superb on that thing. Like it was like one game that just ran absolutely superb.
Those sneaky bastards.
And that's it. And they got me with it. And that's where I go and say, like, then all of a sudden, a couple of years later, bam, oh, it's dead. Like, we're moving on. We're done. And that's what I feel like is going to happen with it. Like, all of a sudden, you're going to see PS6 coming out 2 years later. And they're going to, like jump out real quick and be like, oh, we're already on to the next gen. You know what I mean? Just to forget about this gen. Even though they sell a lot, they don't care. Like, they'll just port everything over and sell it on both consoles. Like, and that's kind of, competition's competition. Xbox kind of started that. So I'm not sitting here acting like it's the worst thing, but at the same time, like now all these people that threw shade at the 1X, like I get to laugh at a little bit. You know what I mean? So
Hey, I had 2 1Xs there.
All right.
Nice.
I got
it worked. It did. It ran really well. It's just like the only few games. There's a few that took advantage of it. The Forza Horizons and stuff
I had
like
the
that.
Cyberpunk one too, and that was awesome.
Cyberpunk, and what's weird is the Cyberpunk ran okay on there until
No, not the
certain
game.
points.
I had the console.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty rare. You got rid of it.
Fancy pants.
yeah,
See,
To
I
get
it
us
was
still,
nice.
PS5.
Because it
I
wasn't
still
just
have
like
my Scorpio.
it wasn't
sitting
just
there
like a
collecting dust,
sticker
but-
on the console, right? It had like contoured shit on it, and it had a
Yeah, they
custom
laser
startup
etched a
or
lot of that stuff.
shutdown noise, and that was a nice console.
All right, so it does require broadband internet Wi-Fi with at least 5 megabytes. 15 is recommended for better play experience. However, games that must be streamed on PS5 using the PS Plus Premium membership
doesn't
are
work.
not compatible.
No, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So again,
So-
what's the point of this device?
If that feature was actually there, then it'd be like,
Oh yeah, I think it would be more logical. Absolutely.
Oh,
But
man.
that's still in beta. So, but still, yeah, I think it's useless.
Coming out
device.
And why
November.
come out? Why not just wait? I
Because
mean,
Christmas is coming up, dude.
but what? So you don't have?
So you don't
Oh, no, I'm
have
not
the key
gonna do it. I'm
features
not
to
gonna
sell
do
it,
it.
make it a hot commodity to sell.
Hey, I'm not in Sony's sales department.
I
think
mean,
I think it's a
you
shitty
were
device.
you were kind of okay. I upset.
No, I understand what it does and I understand the price point. It's not for me. I think it sucks.
It's not for anybody.
Just
That's a stretch,
trash.
Just to let everybody know, Bomber sends his apologies. He had a family emergency, so he had to go.
Hope everything's good, Bomber.
Yeah, I hope all is okay, man.
It's not.
Ugh,
It's his brother-in-law. It's not looking good.
prayers, brother.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's not looking good at all. But yeah, I buy a lot of different crazy shit. This is one thing I'm definitely not buying.
I don't know. Did you buy that Red Dead remaster, sir?
No,
Don't need to.
I didn't like the original Red Dead, to be honest.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you never got
Nah,
it.
it's GTA with horses, dude.
Oh,
I just-
love it.
Oh, wait. Did you feel that way about part 2? Did you play part 2?
I played part 2 and fell asleep in 30 minutes. I just couldn't do it.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Dude, the first part of that, I couldn't do it. I was like, yeah.
Part two is
I'm done.
beautiful.
I'm done.
Yeah.
That's like,
Done.
yeah, part 2 is incredible. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
There's a lot of
same
things
way?
that are beautiful and incredible. I just doesn't mean I want to play them.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. didn't like
I can't get into Red Dead.
Me neither.
And I did try it. I really did. But the Western thing just doesn't appeal to me at all.
I get it.
The only reason-
it is slow.
The only reason I bought part 2 was my son kept bugging me about it. Goes, Dad, you really need to play it. You really need to play it. I was like, okay. So I bought it because at the time there wasn't anything else really out.
Yeah, it was the.
And I started up and I'm like, oh my God, why did I let him call me? But yeah, I deleted it after about 25, 30 minutes and never went back.
Yeah, Rockstar was definitely feeling themselves with that one. They made everything a little too realistic. Everything like you have to go through all their pockets.
Oh, the horse. Yeah.
All that. Oh boy, they did it all.
And I'm not a big fan of
Yeah.
Rockstar anyway, to be honest.
Wow.
I
So you're
just
not a
I
GTA
gave up on
fan?
GTA long time
Yeah,
ago.
I'm not that big on GTA. I like it for what it is, but it's not one of those games that oh man, I gotta get that GTA.
So which
And
one was?
I played the
what,
original.
5? So you're talking about
Yeah,
like,
I didn't even finish 5.
I never bought 5.
You never got into 5. Wow. Okay.
Never bought it.
So you
never
probably
bought
stopped after San Andreas, which was like pinnacle heights of.
Yeah, and even those I
I've
didn't
got the
own it. I'd
I've
always
got the
go
one of the
play
copies
at
of
my
San
friends'.
Andreas. You
Yeah.
can't even trade in or sale
Oh wow.
because of the hot coffee mod or whatever that's in it.
Yeah.
They won't even accept it at GameStop.
That game was ahead of its time.
But
Leisure Suit Larry.
and I used to love GTA, dude. I got tired of playing them. After a while, it just I don't know.
I
And the
quit
music
Vice City
shifted, and I wasn't too much into it either.
after the drone helicopter thing that controlled I don't know who decided to control that thing, but Christ almighty. Gonna fly that drone copter through the parking garage. That was a bad time. I quit after that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
something
different
about
taste,
it
I think
just didn't
Rockstar
work
gets a
with me.
big pass with a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now they're competing with trying to become worse than EA. EA's been looking a lot better in the wake of.
I do have to agree with
GTA.
you there, dude. That's the sad part.
Yeah, because EA
And
has
one of their
one
writers-
game that's doing extremely well, and that's Jedi Survivor, the new Survivor series, the Jedi. So that's their new saving grace.
And they just had one of their lead writers leave Rockstar this week too. I don't remember the guy's name. But maybe he got tired of watching them make the same game over and over and over.
Was it Glenn Schofield? I forgot what's his name. I forgot his name.
I can't remember. I saw the name. I was like, yeah, who cares? It's Rockstar. Bloop.
Yeah.
I just not a fan of them, dude. Just never. Like I said, I played the first Grand Theft Auto. That was a top-down game.
Yeah.
Right.
Way back in the day.
That's when I played it.
Mm-hmm.
And it would go, you're headed south of New Jersey.
God.
And distracted. Why hasn't there been a Chucky video game? Because, dude, if they made a realistic Chucky video game, all you do is walk over and kick his little ass. That'd be the end of the game.
nauseous looking up at kneecaps all the time.
Let's say
No,
do
you
something
got to
wild.
take out Chucky.
Yeah. Let's do something wild like the Friday the 13th game. I don't know. It'd be weird. Like you're in a good guy factory or something like that. He can blend in somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere.
Well, Texas Chainsaw, actually, I give him credit. I mean, what little bit I've actually played of it is actually pretty good.
Yeah. It doesn't
they-
take itself too serious. It's real laid back. And I think that's why I kind of like it. It's just simple, you know? Like Friday the
Yeah.
13th had a lot of stuff going to it. And there's a lot of things you can do to get past Jason and beat him. But I don't know. I felt like Texas Chainsaw was handled really, really well. There
I
is
think
some
they
hiccups,
learned-
though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they learned from the past. They learned from everybody else too. Because even then I was like, you know what? The other day I was like, let me get back into Evil Dead, and I was like, oh man, this is clunky. You know, and I
Evil
love
Dead
it.
wasn't too horrible.
It wasn't that bad, but it was just some of it kind of got a little clunky because I went to I've always played the hero side.
So
And
are you guys playing Killer Clowns from Outer Space? That looks good too.
gonna
I haven't.
No, I haven't.
No, I'm sorry. Are you gonna play it?
Yeah,
that's
gonna.
Yeah, that's gonna
Nah.
hopefully be another good one. Hopefully.
That's not too far away either, is it?
Yeah,
No.
no, it's not too far.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot
it's-
just because
it's
I
too
thought the
many.
movie was funny.
Yeah, it's goofy.
But we shall see.
There's so
But
many games.
are we
coming out.
we done thrashing the portal now?
Oh, it's dead.
Yeah.
Yes,
Should they
please.
have called
the
it
dead
the
horse.
PlayStation
Bury
DOA?
Oh my god.
No pun intended. We beat the dead horse. Set it on fire.
I think it's pretty much dead anyway.
we beat the dead pony.
I agree with Ben. I don't think this is a very smart move, but you know, it is what it is. They think they're going to sell it, so be it.
I mean, there's a sucker born every minute. That's the
in
thing.
their defense, I would, now that this is an option eventually, I would rather pay for that than the backbone, and just plug my phone into a piece of plastic. But I'm still not the target audience, and I don't game on my phone or on a mobile device. So
See, I'm with you on that one. I don't really do it either.
I'm just trying to
No.
see from a higher point of view. But yeah,
And I've got this.
I still don't get it.
And I've even got this new fancy Galaxy Fold Z5 or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you try anything on that?
Dude, I don't game on it. I've never been gaming on a phone.
It's a big screen.
Oh, it is huge. Oh yeah, and
Pornhub
it's got
looks
an
good.
awesome looking screen, but it just doesn't. I don't game on phones. I have a Steam Deck and I've got the Asus or whatever that thing's called. You know how many times I've used that? Once.
The ROG Ally.
Yeah, the ROG. I've used that once. Now the Steam Deck I've
Yeah.
used quite often.
You
That's
got
crazy. A lot of hype for the rug, and I don't see people talking about it.
I've seen
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
mean,
people hyping it, and then after it came out, I've seen a lot of tech reviewers dropping it because
Yeah,
of different
sad.
features.
Doesn't it run on Windows?
Yeah, it does. And you get pop-ups
fuck.
from Windows. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the complaints about the pop-ups. I've seen that complaint.
Yeah, that's what annoys me about it. It's like you'll be doing something that's like, oh, here, and you're like, why is this a thing? But then again, we can't really blame Microsoft because guess who else does it? All your phones do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first week I had this new Samsung, every 15 or 20 minutes, matter of fact, when we were on this podcast a couple of weeks ago, after I first got this phone, the notifications you kept hearing was this phone trying to get me to download stupid apps that I had no desire to download. Like the phone kept sending me notifications to download TikTok or to download all these different games and all this shit. And if you're not very tech savvy, you're going to have to live with that shit because it doesn't really tell you how to get rid of those notifications. So it took me a few minutes to go inside this thing and figure out how to disable all that.
Yeah, I'm glad for the people who have the time and the energy to want to game on their phones and their portables, but it's just not me. I'm glad somebody has fun with it, but I just don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I had the Switch, it'd be docked to a TV. I wouldn't. I'm always driving, so I would never be riding in a car and like, oh yeah, let me play while I'm doing this 2 hours.
The few times that we played our Switch, it was always in a dock.
Yeah.
And now it sits inside the entertainment center in the game room and it hasn't been touched in ages. Well, the grandson plays with it every once in a while. He walks around with it and acts like he's playing on it, but
He can't even bother to play a game. It's off.
yeah, he can. Trust me, this kid,
I know he can play games, but he's just
it's just
not
crazy.
playing a Nintendo game.
Some of them he does. There's not many though. But he does give a couple of them hell. He really tries, man. Like Mario Odyssey's one of them. But it's kind of funny to me because he'll sit there and he'll try to play it. And if not, he watches videos of somebody else playing it. So
that's the new video game.
Yeah. All right. Next topic.
That's impressive.
What we got next?
Jesus, I didn't think the portal was going to take that much time, but here we are.
Well, I mean, dude, it's got
That's us.
You know,
that's how we do it, eh?
it's just one of those
You
things.
take a
It's,
3-minute
said,
topic and it's 50 minutes later. Here we go.
it's like a screen door on a submarine. You know, it's just kind of useless. I mean, it has no function, no purpose, and you know, there's going to be somebody who's going to pop up on your Twitter feed, and this thing comes out going, "Oh my god, dude, this thing's better than the Xbox S."
Oh, dude, somebody compared it to a mini fridge in my comment section. Like, you
I
think the
saw
mini
that.
fridge- you saw that shit? Oh, Lord, you want to talk about laughs? They was like, I guess I'm an expert today. Because I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Who mentioned a mini fridge in this video?
Well, at least the mini fridge does what it's advertised to. It keeps the temperature cold. I
Can the
guess.
portal keep my beer cold? No.
He's like, you don't think a mini fridge is a cash trap? No.
It thing's $100. What the
It's
hell?
$100 fucking bucks. It's to help you keep, shit cool. What the fuck's wrong with people?
Businesses sell products to take your money. Technically, everything's a cash grab if you want to be that negative about shit. But yeah.
Well, there's people always going to be negative, and that's what draws attention. That's the sad part.
No doubt about it.
I mean, that's exactly what gets attention, especially now that you can monetize your
yeah.
Twitter feed.
Oh, God.
You're going to see
So
even
bad.
more dumb shit.
Oh, don't get me started with that bullshit.
I even see people who have had blue for a long time just start posting garbage. It's just like, what the fuck, man?
I've
Like, I know you
had the
can get
blue
paid
since it was a
now,
thing,
and-
and I still
Jeez.
post memes. That's what I do. But to each their own.
Hmm.
Although I am thinking about taking up that offer on the advertising thing, though, just out of curiosity.
Run with
I
it
mean,
for a
why
couple
let Elon
months
have
and
all
see
the
if it's
fun,
worth
right?
it. Hey, you might be making money there. Who knows?
Yeah, why let Elon have all the fun?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Crash grab
What?
yourself.
I wonder if he monetizes his own.
He pays himself on Twitter.
Why not?
I would not be surprised. I would
Why
not be
not?
surprised.
I'm
You
sure that would
know
help
he
on his
does.
taxes. Look how little I made here. There's a tragic loss.
Yeah. But another
Right.
thing I'm seeing too is Starfield, which some of us will be playing it in the next few days.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm one of those people that's going to be playing it.
Oh,
And as
can't
I have
wait.
said many times, several times over, I was not interested in Starfield until I watched the deep dive. That got me really interested in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to see people now saying they're running into invisible walls. I may be
I've seen
wrong.
it. Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of games that have invisible walls. I've ran into several in a lot of games I've played. It's not really a new thing.
How about running into that invisible stump when you're driving a race car across Forza Horizon or some of the other ones?
Oh,
Definitely
dude, every
showing
game's
hardware
full of it.
limitations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
it's just hardware limitations.
what exactly are they talking about this wall? Where is it?
Where you can't go any farther past a certain area.
It's because of where your ship lands. I guarantee it. So your ship lands, and you have a certain area that's generated, and then you only have a certain amount of time before you have to go back to your ship, and they don't expect you to run for 40 minutes. Holy hell! I looked at these people, and I'm like, dude, who wants to do that? Like, you're not looking for stuff, like you're not, and then you're not just going to get in your ship and go to the next spot that's relevant on that planet. Like we do. I mean, I grew up with fast travel. I'm sorry. Like fast
I
travel.
love fast travel, trust me.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what they're trying to. They're making you fast travel in your own way, and there's probably like certain areas that become like a point, and then you can fast travel back to your ship. So I mean, they have to limit that at some point. I was actually impressed that you could run for 40 minutes, to be honest, because I don't remember a game being able to do that, unless I mean. I've done that in Division, but that doesn't mean I did it straight on. I did it, through different areas and ended up, getting involved in conflicts and stuff. So it's like just straight running for 40 minutes. I don't remember a game doing that like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I guess we should be upset that we can't run around the entire planet and spend, I don't know. I mean, it's 40 minutes for a certain amount of miles. I mean, imagine going around in the entire, imagine running around the Earth. That would be,
They did.
yeah.
Yeah, they did say you can explore the whole planet. So
yeah, so I think the ship is the hub. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
makes
it's
sense.
going to be. And you're going to be able to go to a certain point, and then it's basically going to tell you go back to the ship. You're not just going to leave your ship. I mean, really, let's be realistic here. Why would you leave your ship there and you're going to run around the entire planet?
You know why?
Be asinine.
You know why? Because I would have stolen somebody else's ship, which you can do.
Yeah, but I think that's more mid-air type stuff. But
no, they said you can fight people and take their ship and take off,
and then fly back to your ship and then assign somebody to fly your ship or vice versa. I mean, you're not just going to leave the ship you already have there. I mean, after putting all that customization work into it, I don't know, man. Like I'd want to keep my ship and build a fleet. Like
nobody wants your huge pink dildo shit, bud.
I'm not leaving the Elvis vibrator sitting anywhere. For
You
somebody to steal it.
do realize people apparently can build that. So you have just asked for some of the people in the chat to do that. So I want to see it. Come on, chat. Let's see it. Pinnock wants a giant pink dildo. Let's see it, baby.
I mean, you saw what they did with Zelda,
Somebody
so
clip that.
it's going to happen.
But
The thing, and I put "thing" in quotes, is because the Bethesda guys is like, yeah, you can totally explore the entire planet. Go for it. And then people are like, doing the absolute extreme where they're just running for X amount of minutes and they hit a wall, and it's like, you should fast travel back and then go to another part. And people are like, well, why can't I go explore the entire planet like you said?
Because your oxygen will run out.
Oh, we're talking theoretical stuff.
No, it's actually in the game too. You're keeping your oxygen levels and all that other stuff too. So, yeah, if it was that open world, then you'd be crying, well, the game didn't give me enough oxygen that I can run
And you died.
halfway
It just says
across
you
the planet.
died.
It's always going to be in something. These invisible walls have been in gaming since it was on. They had anything past your 8-bit gaming. It's always been there. You haven't progressed this far enough. Go back to whatever checkpoint. We've seen that 100 times in video games. So because you see it in this game, because somebody wanted to do the absolute most extreme thing in it, now this is a problem for the game. You gotta love Twitter. That's all it is. Something to complain, and Bad Bit was up to complain and just screw around with. I don't think this is a problem. Could it be a problem? Could be, but right now, until I see it, I'm not gonna follow all over the floor saying this game is doomed.
Oh, I agree. And let's be honest. If the game's supposed to be more realistic, do you really think you can run around a planet in 40 minutes?
I do that every day on Earth.
You don't run around the entire planet, dude.
Yes, I do. In my mind,
You're
I do.
in Florida. I know you have the ego that thinks everything revolves around Florida. That ain't how it works.
Well,
I can go
let's
from one.
see.
I can go from one coast to the other in a matter of a few minutes.
Yeah, let's see.
Uh-huh.
In logic, driving at we'll say 60 miles per hour takes 24 hours to come from where I am in Connecticut to Florida.
Less than that, actually.
Maybe a little, but
Well, it takes me 10 hours drive from my house to Orlando.
I know New Yorkers have made it from where they live up in northern New York, and they've made it here in 18 hours to where I live.
It took me 14 hours to
They're
get to South
breaking a lot of
Carolina,
laws.
dude.
They're hauling ass, man. But I'm telling you,
I mean,
you
we're
can make
not doing the what is that run?
Cannonball Run?
Cannonball
Cannonball
run. Yeah,
Run.
no, we're not doing that. Like, it took me 14 hours to get to South Carolina.
I used to make it to South Carolina in 6 hours, and it's usually anywhere from 8 hours to 10 hours. Or, I'm sorry, 8 hours.
Are you
to
talking
10 hours.
about from Florida?
From where I live in Florida to Charleston, South Carolina?
And I live in Connecticut, and I have to go over the George Washington to the Tappan Zee Bridge in New
You
York.
sound like old
Yeah.
men giving directions
Not
on how
that
they made
Don't
it to
it,
their
bro.
vacation spot.
That's what I got to do when I hit the Carolinas.
Which route
I
did you
got to look
take?
for that tree to make a right on, and then go over that brook, and then I can make a left a couple miles down when I see this bush.
He's got those
almost like it's
speed
burning.
launch pads. It's just like zoom, 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 and he's like, that's what he's got. I mean, okay, so we'll say 20 hours. That's what it would take me. Okay, fine. 20 hours driving. How long would it take running? Think about that. Come on. We're being.
It'll only take an extra hour.
It's being nitpicky. It's being ridiculous. It's acting like it's not a to some sense. Like, seriously. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, 1,000 planets isn't enough for you. Being able to explore, because that's what they said, explore the entire planet. Yes, you might have to get back to your ship at some point. You might have to replenish your oxygen. Oh man. Oh, let's just let them run until they die. How about that?
Well, you should be allowed to do that in a space game. If I decide I want to kill myself, let me do it.
The government won't even
Let me
you
run
kill yourself,
forever.
dude.
Let me
It's
run.
America.
Not America.
Well, not where you're at.
No, not where I'm at.
But anyway, before we got into the old man vacation destination spots, Jesus fucking Christ. It's impossible to run around Earth in 40 fucking minutes, which was the entire point of the conversation. If you can run around Earth in 40 minutes, you're one badass, and the military probably needs you.
Talking about
Okay?
walking
The
on water.
world needs you. Jeez.
You can't even
Yeah.
go
That
on
much,
a
you're walking
jet
on water.
in 40 minutes around the Earth.
Exactly. I have flown to some weird places on this planet, and it took a lot longer than 40 minutes. So, Jesus. And Rob, how far am I from Polly's Island? Probably about 2 hours. Answer your question. I'm not very far from it. I'm just right outside of Myrtle Beach. Basically, I'm right next door to Myrtle Beach. Now, Jesus Christ, that's got me all sidetracked. Holy shit.
All flustered.
You got
You gotta
my
explain
brain is
physics to
numb.
people.
Hey man, I can do that riding on a gator.
It's called Slow News Week, which you would think that it wouldn't, which you had Gamescom and everything. There's so much other stuff you can talk about.
Yes, go ahead, Scrub. Throw one out, dude. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Gamescom. We can talk about Gamescom.
Let's go. Let's talk about Gamescom. So, did anybody else enjoy Stalker 2's trailer?
It was pretty good.
You know, it looked good with everything surrounding that team. Like they're in a lot of shit over there. So
Right.
I gave that game a straight pass. I already knew what was going on with that team and the obstacles and the hurdles they're facing right now with just everything down there. So, but it looked good. It looked good. I know a lot of people saying it didn't look as polished or whatever as we've seen prior, but again, you got to take a few things into account. There's legit war happening over there.
Yeah, the fact that they're actually, hey, here's a new trailer.
Yeah,
It's like,
the
what
fact
the fuck,
they
man?
actually
Like, holy shit.
are sitting down and still working on this game and even attempting to give you something. It says a lot about the team and their passion
Exactly.
for the project.
You
So-
know what
No, go ahead.
you know what it says to me? I don't give them a pass. I definitely do not give them a pass. But it says to me that they put out better content than, I don't know, some of the actual Xbox studios have on the first go around. Halo,
Oh,
Redfall. I mean, you know what I mean? They haven't put.
What?
You look at what they've done under their conditions, and you look at the other teams that are huge that still haven't been able to
everything
finish
in there.
games.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we're talking about Forza now that they decided to keep split screen off. A lot of us have played split screen on purpose because we just want to sit on the couch. We don't have to sit there and you go in that room and I'll go in this room and then we'll jump online and we'll play. We're already here hanging out. Let's get on some Forza. So that's what we do. My daughter wants to play. So that's one of the games that we can both play together. Thank God it's not Minecraft because she does that with her friend. But they split screen, you know, and this is the whole thing is they actually put out a game under those conditions. So people complaining about it not looking all that great. It looks damn better than the first time we saw the Halo campaign that they showed us. So, and I was willing to play it as it was back then. But I mean, you look at what they put out, it looks great, all things considered, and that's no pass, no hall pass, no nothing.
Goodness, did Dreadpool just trash Xbox first party studios just a little bit?
I think he did.
I think he did. Congratulations. It's personal
I've
growth.
said this the whole time, dude. I don't know what you're acting like I've
This
never.
is true. This is true.
I'm just fucking with you.
Dreadpool, what you did. See?
Everyone's all
Now
silent
they're
now.
gonna call you a damn pony. Like, what the hell?
Oh, I need to get his schools.
Bet you hadn't been called that yet, dude.
Oh no, I've been
What's
called
that?
that day one.
A pony?
Yeah, day one.
Who?
Yeah.
No.
I've been called Xbot, Pony Boy, and of course my
Corporate
personal
slave.
favorite,
I've been
Corporate
called
Slave.
all that stuff.
Corporate slave. That's the good
Oh,
stuff.
I
Stay
got
golden,
many of
Pony
those.
Boy. Stay
I
golden.
could screenshot all the ones I've been called on Xbox
I would take
Live.
that one.
You're just an Xbot.
My personal favorite, PC
You're a
Elitist.
corporate slave.
All because I said PC got some stuff that PlayStation just doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
It's pathetic, but again, that's just the irony of the internet. It's full of idiots.
It's weird how straight
Well-
up fact can just trigger people so much, right?
Especially when they know they
It's
can't
true.
refute it. And then when they know they can't refute it, they try to spin it into some other shit that just doesn't make sense.
Now, I'll tell you something. I don't like to call people out or talk about people. But this Red Dragon dude, I want to know what this motherfucker's smoking, where the hell he gets it. Because I need to sell some of that shit to people because I could retire. Because I've got the dude blocked, but I kept seeing somebody sharing some of his stuff today. So out of curiosity, I went and just actually looked. I was like, oh my God, this dude. I mean, it's one thing to have a preference, right? Everybody's got a preference for something. Everybody. But to sit and just constantly talk about something that you don't like.
Yeah.
I don't see the purpose in this. And this guy, I started looking through his timeline and it's just like everything he posts is some type of weird shit about Starfield and he has no clue yet.
You know, it's funny. He even posted. I saw it because somebody did one of the screenshots. He even posted that he said, "Thanks to Microsoft points, I was able to buy Starfield."
Yeah, because he's trying to get back to his fan base.
He's a dude who has Twitter Blue. He has 15,000 followers. And when he shares the shit, it gets shared and retweeted and shared and commented. And
well, that's why
and
people are
commented.
screenshotting it
And
now.
that's why accounts like that do it. So I mean,
that's
well,
why
I mean, he's always done it though. That's the weird part.
Use the screenshot.
And now it's even more
now,
incentivized.
Take their content and use it for your advantage. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly. Screenshot it so that way they don't get the credit.
It's just so strange to me how you can hate something so bad. And I say it all the time. And these are grown ass men. It's not.
It's all a marketing to get views and money, bro. They're not really hating on it. What it is them grifting. They'll grift to one side, make it seem like everything is all fine and dandy. Hence why they don't see the bullshit that might happen on PlayStation. But they see everything, you know what I'm saying? Even the slightest shit for Xbox. And they'll highlight that as the big deal. So that's all it is. It's a marketing technique to keep their little fan base happy.
And see, like IGN. Like IGN, everybody's come up with this thing. IGN can't say Xbox now. I think they do that on purpose to get people to go to their site. Because let's be honest, most people now don't go to a lot of these journalist sites. Because there's some of these dudes that retweet their own shit 20 and 30 times a week.
I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time I went to IGN.
Exactly. Like, same here. I don't even follow.
I have no idea when the last time.
Like Kotaku, that's another one.
Oh god!
And nobody's looking at that, you know.
Well, Kotaku is like the worst site to go. Period.
yeah.
I don't think anybody goes to Kotaku. I don't know if y'all remember they got completely like embarrassed where they followed a troll account that said that Halo Infinite was delayed, and then the real account was like, "No, we're not." they made an article in like 5 seconds. It only took like a minute to make the article. I'm like, bro, crazy.
And they all do it just for that reason. And like IGM, you know, not saying Xbox right now, they do that because people jump in there and they know people's going to retweet it. They're going to interact with it. And that's why they're doing it. It's to draw people in there. So, I mean, it's if you played the game Cyberpunk and paid attention to the story, it's kind of similar to what happened to them in that game. If you think about it, see, Bombers played the game all the way through, so he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It got so bad they shut down the internet, didn't they, Bomber? Except for the local.
Except for the local,
yeah. Go back to where it originally was. Yeah.
Yep. Because people didn't believe what they saw on the internet anymore. Because most of it was made up bullshit. So you're dealing with a lot of that now.
The best thing IGN has now is here's the exclusive 20-minute walkthrough gameplay of such and such. And then by the time they put it out, like a couple of hours later, you're going to see it somewhere else. But those are the best things they have out now that are even worth clicking on. Something that's not controlled by them.
I don't click on any of them. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, I don't.
Because they're all terrible anymore.
No, there's no point. You can't trust anything that any of them say. Anyway.
I literally don't watch like maybe like once in a while you watch like a good interview or something like that. Other than that, like especially like all these main sites, like I'm like I might as well support like people that are doing our type of stuff that we're doing right now. You know what I mean? If I want to really like get into gaming, like I want to hear people's opinions that at the least I feel like some of them feel raw and uncut and just saying what they feel, and then there's some that I feel like are just pandering. So once you weed that out, you get rid of those, but you have plenty of others to take their place, and that's what the great thing about what we do and podcasting or all these guys that went to Gamescom and stuff like that, all this stuff, like you have plenty of content to watch, and it's really objective and the way they feel, and they might be messing with people at times because people come at us all the time. Like we've all gotten it. You know what I mean? We've all gotten bullshit, and we're just sitting there like, oh, well, fuck you too, bro. You know what I mean? Like I won't block you, but I'll laugh at you every time because you're just funny. Now, Wilmy chooses to block. That's his God-given right. Whatever the hell he wants to do, he could do.
Well, that's his Elon given right until he decides to take away the block button.
Yeah,
he tried to get rid of it, and then
Dude, that man is so full of it. It's like,
crazy.
I'm against
and all of a
people
sudden
getting
shut the fuck
blocked,
up about
but it
it.
immediately starts blocking and does everything. They did the worst. They did the worst shit ever, Scrub. Remember, it was Twitter. Remember, it was Twitter. Now it's X. Formerly known as Twitter.
Nobody calls it X. Well, the same thing as Facebook.
It's still
never
Twitter.
learned from Facebook. Facebook calls it
Facebook
Meta,
is still Facebook.
and nobody calls it Meta. They call it Facebook. But they only did that so they can avert taxes and some legal ramifications. They changed the name so they couldn't be sued under Facebook anymore.
Yep, exactly.
As a company, it's smart.
That's exactly why they.
That's because we all know Zuckerberg's really a reptilian dude. That's why.
He is weird, bro.
He laid off most of the people who were handling our data. Y'all remember that? So that's why Twitter's so screwed up now. Where tweets don't go out as much. He fired everybody. So ridiculous. Like,
well, I know when they banned my account, it says you can appeal. I appealed, and I've never even got a response.
Yeah,
just if you want to make money,
all the people out.
The team behind
want to make money. Post fight videos all day long,
and you
will get some serious. That's all I see on the For You page is fights. And somebody got shot.
UFC results.
Somebody fell off a building. Somebody got ran over by a car.
See, my luck.
You keep clicking on it, watching it. That's why you get it. I'm telling you.
No, you scroll past it. If you scroll past it, it's counted as a view, even if you don't look at it.
Even if you don't look at it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why views are.
That's why it's always on there.
Like so many people see, like, I got 200,000 views on my tweet. Yeah, but how many likes you got? 4? Exactly. Just because people scroll past it.
Well, I'll be damned. Shout out to okay. Well, that's awesome. I didn't even see that.
What?
Looks like it's business wise. Looks like I might have to go to PAX. Shout out to them.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well.
I just called me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, right.
Congratulations.
You shouldn't say that on air. Now everybody's going to, hit you up and go, "Hey, man, remember that $10
you win.
Can I get a ride? Can I be that +1?
Shit, are you going to PAX by any chance, Wilby? You need to go to these events.
I haven't had a chance to do much of anything lately.
What are you talking about?
That's about you going to PAX East or any of these events, Gamescom?
I'm not. No, not this year.
I'm doing next year.
I've been wanting to do PAX East.
I may next year.
My plan is
I'm banking on next year. Yeah, I'm planning for PAX East.
There was that one year that we were all going to meet up at E3.
Yeah.
And COVID hit.
COVID hit.
Well, honestly, dude,
killed itself. So
a bunch of us were going to E3, and I already had the motel and everything ready.
Yeah, you did.
I was set. We were ready to go, and then
had my money
COVID
to go.
hit. That was it.
I was ready. I was like, let's get it. Then it says, "Oh, guys, COVID." And by the way, E3 is probably not going to happen for the next 6 or 7 years. I'm like, well, okay. Well, I guess you just destroyed the building because nobody's going to be in there.
And dude, I had the best fucking room rented. Oh my god, it was awesome as hell.
But you got a
PAX East. Is that normally like up in Boston or?
Yeah.
PAX East is
okay.
Boston. PAX West is in
Somewhere in California.
I think it's California.
It's always
Yeah,
California.
and then PAX South, which is no longer
There's no
available.
such
They
thing as a
canceled-
Pack South, is there?
No, there was.
There was
in
at one
Texas.
point. Yeah, it was like
Mhm.
all
They stopped
all
it a couple of
sports.
years back. Probably
Mhm.
about 3-4 years now.
Oh, of course they did.
The reason why they stopped
And-
it though is because obviously they wanted to have like I guess 3 or 4 specific stops now instead of like all these other spots. Because back then we had so many avenues for information, so now we don't really have them as much. So that's why a lot of people say I feel a certain way when people say we don't need E3 because like bro, that was our Super Bowl
That was our
back
Mecca.
in the day. Yeah, that was our moments. But again, it's moments like that. Like I do miss E3. I do miss those concert reveals, the crazy orchestra and all that stuff. But we do have Jeff Keighley's show. But again, a lot of people don't even feel the same way about Jeff Keighley's show.
I don't
Yeah.
really. No,
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't
But
feel
at
that
least
way.
I will say, at least he does something. At least he's gotten something together.
He's
and-
gotten better over and over.
I
yeah,
agree.
I mean, every year it's been better. So I mean, I'll at least give him
security apparently.
Yeah,
Oh,
except
but
for that.
speaking
Just
about
about
that,
to
I don't
say
know.
that. Well, I
security.
think that was all staged. That's my personal opinion.
No,
the
no,
drunk guy?
I don't
drunk
think
guy
so.
being
That
staged?
guy
No.
that came
goes
out there
around.
started talking about
No,
GTA.
that wasn't staged.
GTA. 100% was
No,
staged.
that guy that did that actually has been going to multiple events doing that.
That's exactly it's staged, man. I'm
I
telling
don't-
you.
I don't think that was
They play
staged.
into these places. I'm telling you.
Because
I don't see how
he
you
needs
got
better
to that
studio.
stage that easy.
Yeah,
That
no.
was way too easy.
Because, like,
Look at that other
especially
kid.
you would think he learned from the Miyazaki situation with the Game Awards, where he, that little kid
Right.
got up on there and got super close. And I remember seeing the camera because remember the celebrities are on the left side, the regular attendees are on the right. The kid legit came from the right side and just walked right up. So I'm like,
Exactly.
how the hell do you not have any security measures in place or someone at least patrolling, looking at the booths? I get that you want those shots and have the crowd, but you got to have safety measures in place. Because what if this kid was just some random asshole who just didn't like Elden Ring and did something?
We don't
Oh,
we
he
don't
was a
need
random
another
asshole.
Dimebag Daryl incident.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying.
I'm saying,
It's
like,
taking
See,
the
nothing solves
legitimacy
that
of the
quicker than a
show.
taser to the nuts.
well, I'm saying, like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this how crazy the world is as it is, bro. All it takes is one dude with a knife, and that will
Oh,
yeah.
end and shut down so much stuff. You don't understand. Like the fact that dude was this close from Keeley, and he's sitting there going GTA, GTA. Now, what if he wasn't here for no GTA? What if he just wanted to do bodily harm to Keeley?
Yeah, they move way too slow for that.
Yeah. Like, dude was just power walking. I'm like, bro, no, they should be hustling over here and get this guy out of here and escort him out the building. Like, no, that's not.
Try that at a
Nah, do
music concert. Watch what
They
happens.
need
That's what I
Goldberg
said
and Edge on
yesterday.
spear duty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
There
on
you
plenty
go.
of stages, and folks, when they get on the stage, they are body
Yeah,
slammed,
their bodies
thrown
slammed, they're
back off
kicked,
the
they're punched,
stage.
they're choked,
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
It's not.
Excuse me, sir. You got to leave as soon as you pick your ribs and your kidneys up. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
You're
here in the
kicked out.
South they usually have the folding chairs that they like. To
Yeah,
Yeah, especially in
riverboat
Alabama.
crawl.
Especially in Alabama.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Try it in a small town. Yeah.
Yep. Right.
So it's like, I
Damn
don't
story.
know.
But yeah, dude, it just amazed me that he actually was able to make it up on that stage. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's why I feel like it was staged. But
It felt like it because it was too.
Yeah,
it was just too unheard of.
like,
Too
you know
he's
what I
like,
mean?
oh,
Yeah.
there's somebody else.
But he
here,
was
like,
front row. The
no.
kid was front row though. He wasn't like in the back. He was front row with his
They
friends.
should not be allowed to be
I
on
mean-
front row. I think fans should
Yeah.
have access to these shows, but at the same
Balcony.
time, because of safety, they should not be in those front rows. The first 3
No.
or 4 rows.
They need
should be
certified
invited
badges.
guests. Yeah, security.
Yeah, certified
all of that stuff.
media press type of badge, like us. We would register as press because of YouTube or whatever, but they
Yeah.
would have validated. You know what I mean? Like people that they absolutely pick to be front row type of
Exactly.
seats. That's how it should be handled.
Put them
And
up in the
everybody in
balcony.
center. Yeah, exactly. Like the normal viewer or someone who just showing up just to be a part of the event and then for the after party and meet everybody, they can be in the rafters or in the back, whatever the case may be. But the people that they're certified press that actually did apply and have been confirmed, those are the ones that are not going to cause them like that because they know what the hell it's about. Like it should be better protocols in play for shows like that. Because I'm telling you right now, if it happens again at Game Awards, a lot of people are going to be a lot of heads are gonna roll. Yeah, a lot of heads are gonna roll. Like E3 is bad enough that we lost that with the whole situation with their information being leaked. Now, You think Jeff Keighley is going to get the same type of treatment when people start worried about their safety? Yeah, think
Could
about
be.
that. Yeah. So no, it needs to be handled.
Yeah, because I know E3, dude, you had to submit driver's licenses.
Yep.
I mean,
And
all
that's what
kinds of
got
stuff.
doxxed. And that's what got doxxed. And everybody's info got up. So yeah. That
Yeah,
killed
well,
E3 overnight.
Look at what happened with the slap that was heard around the world. It was imitated on the Oscars.
Oh, don't get me started with that.
You know, again, but that's the thing is
Don't get me started.
that
No,
I mean,
another stage,
I felt that
like-
slap that poor got, but still, it was, you know, it's stuff like that. You kind of wonder, was it actually orchestrated or not?
It
but
is orchestrated.
It's
It's all
not.
orchestrated.
But it's not.
They
You
need-
think Will
they need
Smith
views,
said,
but I'm telling you.
"Hey, Chris, I'm going to go up here and slap you
Yeah.
after you make some
not?
derogatory comments,
They're
jokes, and
actors,
pretend
they're
like you didn't
comedians.
know."
Why not?
No, that was not.
No, it was.
But that's the
Well,
thing is,
Flat out
this-
flatlined his career after that one slap. He had so much
Yeah,
shit.
for
Yeah,
now, for the next 10 years, he's gone, and
Yeah.
then he'll come back like nothing ever happened.
And
You're
what,
talking about
he'll
Will
be what?
Smith's career, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He pretty
Well, I
much
mean,
flatlined
Will
all his
Smith could
deals.
be in a movie tomorrow if he wanted to.
Well,
It's just-
let's be honest. He played the same character and everything anyway, so there's no great loss.
there's not many actors out there that
Mm.
can play multiple characters. Not many.
I mean, probably the only one that he was good in was I Am Legend. In my
He
opinion.
was good in I Am Legend,
Oh,
and he was good in the
That was-
beginning, but I think over the
That's a
years his
terrible
ego
movie.
just got to him.
Especially that planet one with his kid. Whew.
Oh, don't get me
Oh,
started.
that
on
was-
That one was
That,
horrible.
that was just a
Yeah.
bad story to begin with. I never watched it. 'cause
That's
it
just
was
a
like,
father
that story
done-
sounds stupid.
Yeah, he just wanted to pad his son's film list of movies. He wanted to help his son out. That's what it was. Because
Yeah, I would
the
not
one
help-
movie that they did, which was
Now,
the best
Pursuit-
one,
Pursuit of Happiness was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
that
best
that
one
was a
was
good
good.
one. That was a good one.
But I wouldn't pad my
And-
son up with a bad flop.
And
Well,
old gamer,
You know,
old
the
gamer
more
says Jada
long list.
sucks the life out of Will Smith. Let's be honest. And apparently he's
No,
not the
no.
only one she sucks it out of, sir.
I don't
Oh yeah. Don't get me started. with
Let's
her.
just say he's no Denzel, in my opinion. I'm just
Oof.
saying.
She's
Denzel?
another one.
Yeah, Denzel.
She went out bad.
I love
Any
him.
mistake
Don't get me
was
wrong,
good.
man. I used to love watching
was
Will
good.
Smith and Fresh Prince and all that stuff back in the day.
Oh, we all did. We all did.
but
Fresh
his
Prince is
ego, I
amazing.
think, just got
It
the
was an
best
amazing
of him.
show. Yeah. Like, you know, it's funny.
I mean,
like
Uncle Phil,
he
come on.
he partners with Martin and everything. But I mean, we're talking about like pure movie career by itself. Like he got
Yeah,
the
Bad
best.
Boys was good.
He got the best deal out of all of them between him
Yeah.
and Martin. So, you know, Men in Black by itself made this man enough money to retire tenfold.
Yeah, Men in Black was good.
Very
Yeah.
good.
It was.
I love the
But-
first one. The first one will always be iconic. The second
Oh,
one,
yeah.
yeah. Second
As
one
they
was
kept
okay.
going, it was like, okay, stop.
They started getting progressive. Like you saw this insane trajectory, then it started going slowly down.
Well, that's every movie series though, too, if you think about it.
Not really. We've
The,
had
the
a
only,
perfect
the only one
trilogy.
that didn't was Fast and Furious, which was really weird. They
Yeah.
kind of like went from a very top high, kind of went
Went
up a
down
little bit,
to a
went
low.
down,
Yeah,
went down
went
one
up
more,
high.
then just like skyrocketed again. I'm like, what?
Well, I wouldn't say
Really?
that now.
Why?
They dead. They're dead now.
Well, now they're dead. Yeah, now they're dying out. Which thank God. I mean, stop.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you're flying cars to the fucking, outer space.
Oh no, not that, not that. When he ran the damn car off the damn dam and drove, and this terrible CGI happened. Like, everybody's moving in slow mo, but Vin Diesel moving at fucking like flash speed, pressing the damn
Yep.
the damn the knocks. Like, bro, come on.
I want that Charger, by the way. That's an amazing Charger he drives.
Yeah. If you drive a
that's
Charger,
real
you're a superhero. So
It's
yeah, get
pretty
that
sad.
Charger.
They release a Fast and Furious game and then they start going downhill.
Oh boy.
So sad.
Anybody remember when they revealed that game? Oh,
Dude,
my
that was
God.
That was-
That was
Oh, that was
horrible.
so cringe.
That was the
best.
worst game reveal ever.
I don't know what was more cringe, the announcement or the fact that Michelle Rodriguez was trying to say, like, yeah, we're hardcore gamers over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I'm
used to play
like-
Tekken. And they're like what? What the hell is Tekken? You mean Tekken?
Yeah, you're not like at least be like what's his face dude from Cyberpunk, Keanu, and be like, yeah,
Yep.
I don't play video games at all, but this was really cool. Like, good.
Yeah.
Please
Vin-
just be excited that you're part of something, but you ain't gotta be like, I'm a gamer. Like, stop.
Oh
Yeah, but Vin used to actually play like Dungeons and Dragons and all that stuff,
I
which
believe
is
it.
why he's,
Well, yeah,
he's
no,
into
no, Vin
you know.
Diesel's different. Yeah, he's always been in Dungeons and Dragons, but I mean, but it's like Vin, like do something else. Which of course I know he's supposed to be in the stupid Arc 2, read whatever
Arc
it
2,
is.
but we haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
it's supposed to be
What
like
I
the main
want-
character.
That shit's gonna be trash. But
Yeah, but I want.
He's also
some
in the new good Beyond Good and Evil,
Beyond
right?
Good and Evil 2. Yeah.
Yeah, which
what
is in
is he?
That'll come
development
out
as well.
Kidding.
Yeah, that's in
Skull and
development as well.
Crossbones.
And Half-Life 3,
Yeah.
Crossbones.
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones actually is being released, so that's weird.
We've been saying it for 3 years now.
Favorite
Must say
movies
they get
from
been
him.
in demo for how long now?
Hey, it's at least
it's like Pitch
it's,
Black.
it's further along than Beyond Good and Evil.
That game's not ever
probably.
going to happen.
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
going to happen.
It's
It's not ever
not.
going to happen. And by the time you see Good and Evil 2, it's going to be like a PS6. Xbox.
No, we'll all be too old to give a shit.
Yeah.
We'll all be
no,
we'll all be
no.
He'll
podcasting.
come out at the same time
They'll
as
be,
Factions.
yeah, they'll be 6 feet above me.
Oh shit!
You said it'll come out at the same time as Factions. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. You heard
I don't
it
think
here.
you're gonna
It'll
get
come
Factions.
out when Factions does.
shit.
That is not nice.
That's not nice.
What will the former ponies
Hopefully they
think about you,
scrapped it
sir?
for SOCOM.
Yo, listen. The former ponies. Listen, I mean, you already saw the drama I went through. Crispy loved it.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
But listen. It's bad enough these ponies don't even play the PlayStation games they run their mouths about. Let's just like get that out the way. This is you're talking to someone with over 200 plus platinums, and they're all AAA budget games that are Sony hypes up.
It's
So I
not
don't-
Barbie Adventure Platinums.
Oh no, it's not slicing
5-minute
apples.
platinum game.
That's slicing apples. We ain't doing that shit. We're not doing that.
He takes a bite out of the apple. He says, "Fuck slicing it."
I don't know how you guys can sit down and take the time to do that shit. Because
I
usually,
can't do it.
when I beat a
can't do
game,
it.
I'm
Can't do it?
done.
Oh, so
No,
for me,
I
here's a
can't do
fun
it.
fact. Here's a fun fact. When I first did this shit, and it actually ended up being my first I love the game so much, obviously, because I did out of love for the game. But it was Uncharted 1, Drake's version, when they first released the trophies for it. So I was like, damn. I wanted to see what happens when you get a platinum. You know what I mean? Like, what happens? Like, does the game react a certain way, or does the console react? Do you get something weird? When I first did it and got one, and it started the urge to do them, I was just like, bro, it was just fun. Like, I just started doing it to challenge myself. And then as I progressed and got more and more in tune with it, it just it became like an extra thing on top of it. It's like, damn.
I've got a couple.
I wish I
but
had
it's
it in
just-
my brain to
Yeah, no, a lot
play
of people
for trophies. I don't
Yeah.
I don't play for trophies, but I applaud the people who do. I really
Oh
do.
yeah, for sure. Like a lot of people just play the games. They just want to play them, beat them, and move on to the next one and rinse and repeat. And that's perfectly fine. Like there's nothing wrong with you experiencing the game and beating it. Me, I just was like, yo, I wanna test this a little bit more. And I noticed, especially when I first started doing it, there wasn't a lot of people chasing platinums. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I was at like 50, I was like, damn.
Until Twitter.
It started to blow up on Twitter, and then you start
Credentials,
seeing more
man.
people, and they're like, "Yo, dude, look at this." I'm like, "Okay, well, cool."
You don't
They're
play
like,
games unless you have a million
You
gamer
gotta
score
platinum
and
everything.
500 platinums.
Yeah.
Like, no.
My man was like, "Hey, I got 5 platinums, Big Cloud. How many platinums you got? I guarantee I got more than your YouTube career." He sees 200 plus, he disappears.
200 plus. Jesus, I only have 25.
And he got 25. Man.
Yeah.
Look,
So
I have
it-
0 and
I have 0 and I have 0
I've got a
100%.
I
on
played
Xbox.
PlayStation before
So,
platinums.
I'll put it like this.
I've
I'll
never
put it like this.
100% it. Yeah.
So Penny, I put it like this for you, Penny. So the Uncharted series, platinum, right? Arkham series done. On the Red Dead series, I guess, yeah, done. I mean, there's
I definitely
just
couldn't do
check
that.
my shit. Yeah, it's like there's so much shit I do. Like it's insane. Like it's wild.
I love
don't even kinda
Uncharted,
do it.
but the idea of playing on grounded mode, especially one during that jet ski level, makes me want to just fucking not play video games ever again in my entire life.
Which one? Oh yeah, I know you're talking. I know you're
The jet
talking
ski
about.
level.
Yeah, I know you're
in
talking
one.
about.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
To do that.
Jesus.
Yeah, I have too many hobbies to try to.
No, I'll
anything.
go for one if I really love the game and if I check the actual trophies and it's like, okay, these aren't just fucking mindless bullshit.
Yeah, here, I'll put it in the chat for you guys, right?
Yeah.
In this call, if y'all want to see, if you want to see my shits right there. But I don't even try, bro. It's just natural. I just go and play the game. It's kind of like just you going to mission 12. You know what I mean? And just going like that's just me. Like I'm just programmed. Like I'm in, especially if I really like the game. I really want to go about it. But a lot of people just don't want to don't want to care about that. So it is what it is. Not everybody does it.
Yeah, I just don't have the patience or the time. Plus, I got too many games I need to play anyway.
Listen, you buy every
Yeah.
damn game, so you don't have time to do it.
Pretty close.
Did you buy Armored Core?
No.
So
I'm
you,
not
you
into
don't,
mechs.
you don't like
It doesn't
you don't
thrill
like
me.
Souls games, do you? I don't think you like Souls games.
Nah, I'm not a fan.
No, I hate
Yeah.
Souls games.
So there you go.
They're beautiful, and I
They're
understand why people play it. But when I put one of those in front of me, I just want to rage.
Now, I have tried them. I tried Demon Souls when it first came out. I think it's on the PS3.
Yep.
And I
That's
got
the
a, I got a
game
fairly
that's the game that swore me off from games forever.
yeah. I got a pretty decent way through it, and I don't know, dude. After getting ravaged a couple of times by people jumping in, just killing my ass, I was like, you know what? I am done.
Yeah. Like Wukong looks great, but it's like I know I won't play it. I'll watch somebody play it on YouTube or something or Twitch, but I know I won't ever play it.
That one's confirmed
you know
to be
what's
a
pissing
Souls,
me off?
right?
That's
like,
pretty much it's inspired. It's got like that same thing going.
I see all these amazing melee based games, and I love melee combat. So like when I dig into Baldur's Gate 3 Saturday or whenever early access is for that, I'm being a rogue because I like being in tight. I like the melee combat. So I see all these melee games that come out and they look all phenomenal, and it's just like, this is a Souls game. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck this game.
Me, I like to challenge myself, man. Like
I
don't
have time for that. I'm too old to learn these games. And you know what? If I actually
how
decided to be like, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna knock it out, I'd probably do it. But it's just Demon Souls on the PS3 turned me off so much. I'm just like, nah. Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
and that was a long time ago, right?
Like I blame Bloodborne. Bloodborne is what started the craze for me going and platinuming Souls games in general. So that was my first ever like Souls like game, and I fucking fell in love with it. At first, I was the same way you guys, where I was like, damn, I'm getting my ass kicked. It's a little hard to understand this. Then you don't know where to go. There's no mini maps. So you're like just exploring, and you start finding yourself in different areas. You're like, damn. Once you start doing it, you start learning. You're like, okay, well, shit, this is pretty simple. It's kind of like a dance. You know what I mean? You go left, you go right, and you miss, and then you hit them with a counter or something. But yeah, no, I get it. Like Souls games are not for everybody, and no one's needs to be pressured into playing them all. A lot of people feel like they need to get into them because there's not. You know, like not every game is for everybody. Like for example, RPGs. I don't think all of you guys are playing RPGs. I don't think all you guys are playing. You know, those damn. World of Warcraft type of games.
Nope, not me.
So you know, but that's the thing about gaming. It's preference. You all have your own, your own little ticks. I already know what like Crispy's one dimensional. He plays one game, Gears. So if it's a Gears,
Whoa.
I'll play.
I am not bad.
And it's just Gears 1 too. He's never played any other ones. He just plays Gears 1.
Just like Gears
I don't have an
6.
entire year of my life dedicated to Gears, and it is documented on Xbox. Thank you very much. So like I have like no, like my achievements are like crap, but who could say they have 68 days in Gears of War 5 or Gears
nobody
of War 3
else. Just you, bud.
But here's a wild part about Crispy. When the next Gears drops, you won't see him. He will be gone. This man will be AFK. He will not be on.
I will say Fallout, like Bethesda games, they're right up there. I'm saying, but those are like I love to challenge myself. Like I love playing other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's like a lot of people are like, I don't play Gears. I don't like the style it is. And that's where I go and say, like, you love your FromSoft games. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, when it comes to shooting games, there's one game that people are like, yeah, that's not for me. And that's Gears. So I'm good with it. You know what I mean? Like I look at people are like, I don't, I've played games that are similar to that, but they were older and I didn't like those either. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like FromSoft is like a thing. Like it's a Souls like this is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've created their own genre, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like as far as I'm concerned, like Gears is still a shooter. It's just it has this part of it that people hate or love, and That's basically the wall bouncing, which is like almost like what you do in your Souls likes. I mean, really, if you happen to be playing another person and not an AI. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing things that you don't do in other games. And that's kind of the same way. Like you have games that are simplistic and you just do stuff and it has a map and everything else. And then you have just what it is. And it's very like parrying and stuff like that. And countering. And like, I mean, I loved Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur was awesome. And for fighting back then, it had a lot of elements that no other games had at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you could enjoy it, love it for what it is. Then it gets too complex for some people, and they're like, "Nah, bro, I'm good." You know what I mean? And I mean, unfortunately for me, Gears will never do that. Mortal Kombat will never do that. Like MK1 is my next purchase. You know what I mean? Starfield, and then I'll go to MK1 gives me the feelings a little bit of like a Marvel versus Capcom in a way, just because they're bringing in those cameo characters and stuff. Like, yeah, it's not for every MK fan. I understand that, but it seems pretty well thought out. And
we need a Capcom versus SNK 2 remake. That's what we need. I would go,
dude. They could
shit.
and I think
Capcom
Ed Boon
versus Marvel. Yeah,
Marvel versus Capcom is the top. Ed Boon put out like another poll. And he's like, what would you want as your next fighting game? And like Marvel versus Capcom, he put on there, and everybody's voting for that. And I think he put like, I don't know, a couple other weird games.
They gotta do it right though. Like none of this in Avengers inspired version like they did last time where they had the Infinity Stone. Nah, just go to the classic. You know what I mean? Do it the right way.
Yeah, have your your characters. Like I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in the arcade, dude, and I'm still good at that game. Like, which is crazy. Like I literally just pick it, and I got like number 5 on the leaderboard. My girl was with me, and it was my birthday. It was like a year ago or whatever, and I was like sitting there, and she's like, "Are you done yet? I want to play something else." I'm like, "No, I have to keep going. I'm sorry." Like this is. I was like, "Do you forget?" And she's like, "I didn't really play arcade games like this." And I'm sitting there, and this is a place where I could drink, so I got a beer next to me. I'm like, "Oh, this is the greatness right here." Like it's 21 and older, like arcade, and it's like you could go to the bar, you could order a drink, and they got little freaking cup holders next to you and stuff, and you're just sitting there and you're just hammering out, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, it was like an hour, and she's looking at me, she's like, "Are you done?" "Yeah, I finally got on the leaderboard. I'm good."
Well,
that was my achievement.
And for once, the girl asked you if you were done yet, and it was longer than 45 seconds. How'd you feel about that, sir?
Oh,
I last longer than you then.
I had to take it that direction.
I
had to go there. Could not help myself.
A lot of hostility.
I had to do it.
There's always hostility.
On that note, we're going to get everybody out of here. In case you didn't hear a second ago, my grandson's been dropped off. He is spending the night with us, and he is wanting to know why I am locked in this room.
Like, where's Grandpa? Grandpa.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, he came in here a minute ago. What are you watching? What are you watching? Yeah, he's 3 years old, dude. He's smart as hell, and he's already my player too.
There you go.
So,
Got a
on that
vocabulary that he's learned from his
Teach him the ways, Wilmy. Teach him the ways.
no, actually, my act is a lot cleaner around little dude. So,
no, I'm not talking about the swearing. But
there's no weird words.
No, he's talking about teach him the ways. There's a gaming, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
All right, and Bomber, you still with us?
Yeah, yeah. I'm here.
All right, dude. Tell everybody where they can find you, Bomber.
Oh yeah, you can find me everywhere at HR Bomber, and then here every Sunday night. So, everybody just enjoy gaming, enjoy life, all that good stuff. So just quit dwelling in the negativity. That's all I gotta say. So, appreciate everybody, and y'all have a great night.
All right, Scrub. Tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Appreciate everybody coming out. Glad to see Big Cloud jumping in with us. You can find me on Twitter at ScrubNurse3. Of course, here on Sunday nights, and then when I'm streaming on Twitch, probably playing some Call of Duty. I might do some Halo tonight. I don't know. You can find me on Twitch at scrub_nurse. So thank y'all for coming out. See y'all next go round.
All right. Crispy, tell everybody where they can find you.
At Chris Baum on Twitter, Chris Baum 28, Xbox Live. I should have said X because it's like the new Twitter porn. There you go. No, and then Breakfast of Boom Fridays 10 a.m. and of course back here 7 p.m. Sunday on Gaming Beyond the Box. We'll see you then.
All right. And Dreadpool, where can everybody find you, sir?
Yes, you can find me here on Sunday night.
No, that's Boom.
Yeah, no, that's Friday mornings. Sunday nights. It's been a long week. Sunday nights at 7 here.
Yes, it has.
Sunday mornings on Good Morning Xbox, which is Axel's iconic video games channel. Still resident guest there, but eventually he'll find somebody to fill in the spot. And then Breakfast Boom on Friday mornings with good old Crispy.
Yeah,
that's it.
Oh my
All right.
God, you guys do 2 podcasts together per week? Damn.
Yeah.
When Dread can make it, it's all right.
Yeah, well, I missed out
We love
this
you.
last one.
All right. Piniac, tell everybody where you keep your stall, sir.
Here Sunday nights, 7 p.m. with all these lads. Bit good to see you. Good to have you. Good discussion. I can't believe we almost spent an hour on the portal, but
That's more than most people's going to spend time playing it.
Sometimes we go off the rails in the most unexpected ways.
Maybe we gave it publicity. You never know.
Find me on Twitter, Peniac Giant, PSN, Peniac Giant, and looking forward to what September brings for what I'm going to be playing. So let's go.
Fair enough. And our guest, Bit, thank you for joining us, sir. It's been a very long time.
Oh, it definitely has been, man. But
Matter of fact, I think the last time was when you and I were on Game On Daily.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was. I appreciate the invite. It's always fun talking with you, Wilmy. Good to see you, of course. Always a pleasure to talk to Crispy, Dreadpool, Scrub Nurse, and nice to meet you, Piniac, and HR
Yes,
Bummer.
sir.
And you can find me pretty much. Well, obviously, okay. So I'm at a few places. IGN for the curators for playlist. That's where you find me there for one, for IGN. Number 2, you can find me at lordsofgaming.net. I'm a writer there. You can find me YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Big Cloud Gaming, my name right there. And of course, you'll find me on my show, RGT, every Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll also see me on Boom Show on Fridays in the morning when I can make it, and midweek mix up. That's also. So appreciate everybody.
Good Lord.
I know. What do I have the time? And I still have time
Got me
to game.
beat. See, everybody
And you're
talking
still
smack
getting
about
platinums
me.
on games.
And I still have
You still
time to
get
beat.
platinum.
What does that tell you, people? There's plenty of time to game. There's never a dull moment with Big Cloud. But I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the weekend and enjoy your week. See you later.
All right. And of course, you can find me here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can find me on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. And just look for Wilmy Hood number 2. And you can find me on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. Just look for the name Wilmy Hood, and you can find me there. And you can find me on Facebook if you really want to find me. I got a page on there. But don't bother. I don't really go on it much. And it's worse than Twitter. And pretty much and thanks to Dave for having me and Scrub yesterday. Web Dave.
Oh yeah.
Him and
Good show.
Game Pass
Retry.
Daily.
Retry.
Yeah,
Retry.
Retry.
There you go, Retry.
Retry.
Yeah, for having us on with them yesterday on their show. Had a blast. That was a fun show. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on repeat. And as far as us, if you like what you heard, like and subscribe. If not, fuck you, don't come back. We don't care. And on that note, everybody have a great weekend, play some games, and we talk to you next week. Some of us will be balls deep into Starfield. So we will give you our thoughts on that one. And hopefully we don't hit too many invisible walls.
Better than
And on that
invisible
note,
balls.
40 minutes
That's it.
later.
Uh-oh.
We are out of here. We'll see y'all next week.